This is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Hopefully my internet holds up. I'm going to try to play, but I've dropped like 30% of my frames so far. So hopefully that levels out. Usually it does. So used to be that I could go like a whole stream and be at like 0%, but recently it seems like I'm always 2 or 3% all the time, so that's kind of annoying. All right, let's look at this draft. Well, I've got a bunch of cards here. Coal Investor, Stone Sculptor. Those are the two good cards, but I think I'm taking Boatswain here, Boatswain. There are just so many cards that combo like ridiculously well with it. I think as a first pick, not knowing what I'm going to do, it's a pretty safe choice. All right. Benefactor is pretty good. I don't really like most of these. Benefactor or Manufacturer? That's what I'm thinking about. If I get a card like Straw Thatched Hut, Manufacturer could be really good. Benefactor doesn't really work with Boatswain, I don't think. But it is an option. I think we'll take Manufacturer. Hi, I'm Concept. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. Well, Harvester seems like a good choice. Yeah, I don't really need Braidmaker. Braidmaker does hurt the Manufacturer because, of course, it makes it easier for someone to play that. But it's gonna be very unlikely that I can't make Harvester work with Boatswain. Surf is an option because Boatswain gives you a bunch of extra grain, so then turning those grain into vegetables on the sow space is good. The only thing is, you don't want to sow that often. All right. Bargain Hunter is interesting because Boatswain gets a bunch of early food, or can have a bunch of early food, and you don't want to start player that much because you'd usually rather plow. I think though what I'll do is I'll take Seed Master What Seedmaster is going to do is I'm going to play it in round 13 or 14, and it's going to be 2 food for 4 points if I sow the vegetable, or it's going to be 4 food for 4 points. And actually more than that, because it goes from -1 to 4, so yeah, could be quite good. I like stable deliverymen. Banker, no. Old Miser. This game actually isn't. No, Old Miser is possible here. I think stable deliveryman is good though. And this pick, I don't want to play wood buyer, so Tanner could potentially be some points. And this one, Surf and Seedmaster kind of do the same thing, but Animal Handler is not really that strong. There's a chance I get a card that combos with Surf ridiculously well, and then maybe Boatswain won't be anything. Well, Carpet, I don't really want to pass Carpet to the person who took Benefactor, but I don't really see that I have a choice, especially because Turnip Field plus Harvester is an amazingly good combination. I don't know how I could pass up on that. And actually there's a lot of good cards in this pile. Paper Oven, Winter Pond, Plow Feast, Straw. I'd be happy getting any of those back. But yeah, Turnip Field, which with its sow action, is just the perfect card for me. Especially because I drafted Harvester. So I'm looking to get my fields done before round 14, of course. I am sad passing. So THS Benson, I assume he's going to do a Benefactor strategy. Especially if sheep come in round 1. He'll go for lots of wood, fence 12 early on, and then get 4 sheep, play Carpet, Benefactor, build a room, and then have access to unblockable family growth even without room space. That's the way I would play that, especially once I saw Harvester come out, because you can focus on plowing in the middle of the game rather than doing anything else. Okay. Backyard Well is something. I like Backyard Well quite a bit. I think it's a strong card. Petting Zoo is also a really strong card. 3 points for 2 wood is good. Brushwood Roof is an option, especially because if I plow, I might not get on Reedstone Food that much, and it would let me kind of ignore that part of the game. Wow, this is a hard one. Backyard Well, Brushwood Roof, Petting Zoo. I'll pass on Brushwood Roof. Petting Zoo or Backyard Well is the question. go backyard well. With Harvester, there's a chance I don't get all the types of animals, so that would be unfortunate. Um, 2 wood, clay, into 3 food if you choose that cost. Okay. While Baker's Oven is quite good with a Boatswain game, um, but Artist Garden is just beautiful, just beautiful. It's a really excellent card. Next up, Fish Pond is nice, but the problem with Fish Pond is the food conversion rate is not that good because you can only put food from the space onto the card. Like I can't pay 8 food at the end of the game for 4 bonus points. It is a fine option though, especially to keep other people from taking it, although I don't think that's all that likely. Hammock is something. I guess I don't really want to pass Hammock to the benefactor player, do I? Schnapps Distill. Actually, you know what? I have an excellent Schnapps Distillery game here. I have a really excellent Schnapps Distillery because of Seedmaster. So Seedmaster Schnapps Distillery says get 18 grain and then turn all that excess grain into bonus points. Concept says Peasant's Boutique is excellent, but you might wheel it. Yeah, Peasant's Boutique is really good. There is that occupation though that makes playing the Basket Maker's Workshop easier, and I'm a little scared of that player taking it, and then I would just lose the race. I mean, Bonfire is always something to consider. Being able to steal the first animals, probiotic food, being able to place like getting 2 food for 2 stone early is nice. I think, though, I'm going to take Schnapps Distillery here. With Seedmaster, Boatswain, and Artist Garden, Turnip Field, I should be able to do something cool with Schnapps Distillery. Paper Oven. Whenever you bake bread, you can use pay a reed to turn the paper oven into... So it's a grain and a reed into 6 food. That's a really good conversion. Really good conversion. Problem is it costs reed. Grain to 6 food is good. Grain and reed to 6 food. I'm not so sure about that. I think I'd take Plow Feast here. I haven't seen a grain. I haven't seen any plowing options. So Plow Feast, I think. Straw is interesting as well, especially with stable deliverymen. Straw is an interesting option, but I think I need Plow Feast a bit more. And Brushwood Roof came back, so definitely taking Brushwood Roof. I could do Unwanted Goods as well, but I think Brushwood Roof is quite a bit better than Unwanted Goods. Oh, and Peasant's Boutique came back. Well, with Manufacturer, it's a pretty good option. There is Millstone as an option as well. Millstone and Free Range Chicken. Those are actually both reasonable options to me. The only problem with Boatswain, you don't activate Free Range Chicken after you harvest the 1 grain. Millstone is an option though. Millstone is a really legitimately good option because 2 extra grain per baking action is quite nice. Yeah. And I am scared of, I bet I lose Basket Maker's Workshop to whoever drafted that 1 reed, 1 stone card. And actually I'm surprised it didn't get taken. Alright. I need to be right back. I'll be back momentarily. I'm Concept says, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of paper oven. Found it is most useful, just as 2 clay for a bake action and a point. Yeah, that's a reasonable analysis. You don't have to use it as your primary baking tool. Absolutely. I get to start first. Lucky me. I think what I do is I start out with occupation, just to get it going right off the bat. We will play occupation. Let's play Boston here. Get it out of the way. Do I? I could play stable deliveryman. I guess that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's fine. I don't want to reveal my first pick occupation too early, I don't think. Yeah, there's no need for me to reveal it at this time. Oh, I should lay out my farm the way I like it to be. Okay. Okay. Fiscus went for the wood action. I actually, if Benson has Benefactor, I guess I would have expected him to do so, but maybe if he took Benefactor plus the 2 wood 1 sheep card, Hammock, if he has Benefactor plus Hammock, then that's a really strong motivator to build a room normally and then fence afterwards. Kanawha plays Patroness. No, there's no particular reason for me to take. You know what? I'm gonna go for field here. I could take 2 wood, but 2 wood is not that strong of an action for me. I also don't need 2 clay at all, so I think I want to, whenever I don't have anything that I love, I'll grab plow as often as I can. Especially if I can get a couple plow actions before Harvester comes out. I guess everyone saw it except for THS Benson. I am Concept says I'm gray on the site. Cool. Yeah, so we played the other day. I think I put up a video with you, Gray, very recently. So we have Seal. So Fiscus. Oh no, he didn't play Patroness. Okay. Coal Investor. Yeah, this is a good card. It's just such a good action. Such a good action. Like if you compare it to any like second round, like round 1 or 2, compared to any second action, sure you have to wait for it, but the resources are so good. So good. So 2 reed, 3 wood, and occupation all came back. I have brushwood roof, so I don't think I need to play anything in particular. So I'm gonna let Harvester come out here. It's a little early for Harvester, but I'm not worried about it. I think it's totally fine. There'll be a couple good wood actions next round in all likelihood, so. Fiscus gets cheap occupation and 2 reed. Pretty nice. But I mean, I don't really care about reed. I want to get 3 wood or more. I want to take 3 resources or more, and if I'm not getting that, then I'll plow. Oh. I did not see any plows in the game, so the earlier I get my plows out, the better. I actually only need 4 plows because turnip field does count, and plow feast. So I actually only need 1 more plow in total to do to activate the harvester bonus. So that's good. I like being in that situation. We have Hill Bandit. That's a fun card. I haven't seen this guy in a while. We also saw Matic from THS Benson. So Benson wants to go on the Reedstone food space a lot. Well, there's 4 clay, but I don't really need 4 clay. I do need food. What are the odds that traveling players gets taken? There's definitely a chance. I think it's fine though, because I can plow with my second action and then play bosun and then fish, and that's enough. I get enough if I do that. Benson plays street musician. So that's actually good for me because it means that nobody else wants to go on the traveling player space. Or everyone else will be more intimidated away from doing it. The other thing I can consider is I don't play bosun early. What I can consider is I'm going to have room for a breeding pair of animals in round 7. So I could grab these 2 sheep here. So I could take 4 clay and then look at getting the getting a clay oven or getting a fireplace. That's an option for me. The only problem is it's more susceptible to being blocked, for sure. Oh, he went for the 3 food space. That's fine. Like I said, I can plow here. Plow here and then play bosun and then go on fishing. Or, well, I guess that heavily relies on me getting cheap occupation, which I'm going last. So what are the odds of that? The other thing I could do well, I guess what else could I do is, yeah, that's the question. I am able to hold the sheep. So it does scare people from taking the sheep away from me a little bit. There is going to be a 4 wood action and a 2 reed action. And if Fiscus takes the 4 wood, then Kinnaw will have to build a room. So the question is, what are the odds THS Benson? He's going to go on Reedstone Food. Yeah, so I think Major Minor is coming back to me. So 4 clay I think is alright. And I build a stable. Yeah, I think Benson Reedstone Food, yeah, with Matic especially. And then Fiscus, I think Fiscus 4 clay. And then Kinnaw builds a room. That's how I would break this down. But I don't know what cards they have, so I don't know what their medium-term strategy is. Oh, okay. Oh, that's too bad. Well, I mean, it's still, I still have a chance of getting what I want, but... Writing Maniac here for Fiscus, so that's why he needed all that extra food. So that he could play occupations with Writing Maniac. So yeah, I'm hoping Kinnaw is tempted by 4 wood. He took 2 clay in round 1, but he only took 2 clay because Fiscus had taken the wood. Like, that was just all that was available, kind of left over. So no one has specifically pursued this first fireplace all that directly. Okay, this works. So let's go for it. We'll play Cooking Hearth. The other thing is, with Boston and Seedmaster lets me turn the grain that I harvest into 2 food each, which is not that efficient. But if I have 3 fields and there's 2 food on fishing, that's an 8 food action, which is pretty good. The only thing is it would take a lot. The problem with that is it would take a lot of work. It would take a lot of work. So. Grab the sheep to feed 4. So I'm hoping for a late family growth game because I have not invested into building a room hard. Fiscus plays banker. So where is it going to go? On the 1 wood space. Okay, so the 1 wood space is giving 3 wood. And stone came early. That's good. That's good. Alright, let's go, guys. Reedstone Food again. So yeah, Benson is going to be looking at building a clay or stone oven, absolutely. With that street musician, he definitely wants to eat this first grain, and then he's going to count on getting one or two more for the rest of the game. So if Kinnaw does anything other than 3 reed, I will take 3 reed. It's kind of exactly what I need. Means that I don't have to play brushwood roof before I can build a room. Good. Good, good, good. So I'm counting on getting 3 sheep in round 7. I want to breed, I absolutely want to be able to breed my sheep. So that means will be getting 2 food from that. So I'll have 3 food. So assuming I don't family growth, which I think is a pretty safe assumption to make, I need 1 more food total. So I could get that from occupation Boston and then taking fishing. If I fishing first action next round, that's an option. And actually, that's not a bad idea because, oh, Fiscus is doing start player here. That's kind of silly. That's really, 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 really good for Kinnaw. Because whenever you're the first to build a room, anytime you don't have to start player, it's just an absolute gift. So he probably takes 4 clay here, or well, he's got patroness, so maybe plays an occupation. This is a good time to play an occupation, get a stone, be able to build the well. Yeah. Occupation, child care worker. And I will do I need the clay? Not for a little bit. I think I plow. The more times I plow, the more I get out of my inevitable well, not inevitable, but the more I get out of my Boston when I do choose to play it. So nice thing is, I've gotten all my plows out of the way early, so I can let these guys compete for plowing late. First action day labor is weird. Absolutely it is weird. Especially because he has childcare worker. But I guess he had no food to play childcare worker. So I agree. Concept. So banker needs to get moved. Yes, there's a 5 wood action available. So I'm definitely doing that. And I get to build another stable. So Kinnaw might be doing the math here and saying, I need to feed. If, like maybe he's looking at, I need childcare work to do my most efficient feeding for the round 7 harvest, so therefore I'm going to let someone else grow ahead of me. That might be the math that's going on there. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly the math that went on there. 6 clay is good. Reed stone food to get a couple, to get some, start getting stone. Or I'm pretty sure as soon as I play Boston, THS Benson is going on. He's gonna go and grab the, yeah. As soon as I play Boston, THS Benson is gonna go grab the stuff that I want. So 6 clay. 6 clay is a good action, especially because it still gives me the option to do something with. Still gives me the option to do maybe a manufacturer play. Paper oven from THS Benson. Yeah, I'm really happy I have brushwood roof. Holy crap. Cannot plays the well. Yeah. So Benson doesn't need food. I think Reedstone food here is fine. Gets me that 1 extra food for the next harvest. It's not enough to play an occupation with, but I think it's okay. And Benson grabs the 3 wood. Good. So Fiscus can move the marker to the wood space, and he might take wood ahead of start player, which I would consider doing because Fiscus or Kinna has shown no interest in doing any start player actions, which is interesting. Marker to the 2 clay, okay. And he plays Farm Steward. Glad he did not get Manufacturer, because that would have been pretty annoying. Actually, Fiscus playing Manufacturer is not so annoying. It's really bad for Benson. That's who it would be really bad for. The question for me is, there is a line where I can build a room and then try to manufacture Reno. The only question is, does that do enough? Like, do I have enough actions? Because every time I play manufacturer, that's going to cost me resources to do it. Plus, I'm not going to naturally get that many minor improvements, because I'm probably only going to be able to family growth once if I go for manufacturer. Now, I could go for 2 rooms here, which I think is probably the better way to go. Go for 2 wood rooms, and then that's kind of my catch-up play, is that I can grow twice in a row, and that'll help me catch up to my opponents that way. Fiscus start players, so can maybe grabs a reed. Probably would, though, I would think. No, he gets the... Well, my sheep should be safe, so I don't need to grab the clay. The sheep will be enough. Let's grab three. Let's grab 3 wood here. I guess I need 1 more wood because I got my stable coming in next round. And the 3 stone are not as good with the well gone already. Man, I hope Plateau comes round 13. If it does, I like my chances. If it comes round 12, that's pretty bad for me. Because just that extra plow is going to mean someone extra gets the harvester bonus. So I feed 2 food each. And I can build a stable. Four stone. Oof, there's some good stuff. I wonder if he's going to move the marker to the wood action space and then take wood instead of family growth. No, he's Peanut Butter Factory. Oh man, this card is ridiculously good. Absolutely ridiculously good. I wish I had this card. Man, if I had this card, I would be laughing. I would be laughing. Yeah, it's totally busted. I agree. I agree. Fortunately, in this game, Fiscus hasn't shown any way of accumulating grain. But yeah, I agree. It is absolutely busted. I don't need to build a room here, fortunately. So I get to take 4 wood, which means I get to double build. Because Kinna already did his start player action. And, oh, you know what? He played probiotic food, so he could play, he could build a room himself. With his first action, round 9. That's an option for him. Benson plays wood buyer. Oh, that's really irritating. That's super irritating. Irritating enough to make me reconsider building 2 wood rooms. Probably not. Dr. Tisk says it's kind of like baguette, but a million times better. Yes, in that it lets you bake without an action in the harvest. What's amazing about Peanut Butter Factory is if you consider baguette, you have to pay a wood to bake, but it doesn't give you a method to bake, and also it doesn't give you a method of baking, and also the wood doesn't give you any points. Clay is less valuable than wood, and it turns the clay into a point. Like, it's it's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. Well, there's a chance 3 wood goes to 6 wood, so I should build 2 rooms here. It's like 1 clay to 1.4 or so times. Exactly. And compare that to the pottery. The pottery, to get 4 points, you have to invest 7 clay. So yeah, it's really, 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 really good. Canal plays minor improvement Birthwell. Play this card in round 5 or after. You may immediately take a family growth action even without room. Oh, cool. So he got to double build. So yeah, he's definitely not building another room. So that's good. Where does the banker go? Really we should have waited for him to decide before Birthwell came out, because yeah, there was always that chance that he was going to do something, but I need 2 food in this round, so I can take 2 sheep with my second action, probably. This is why people hate prediction cards. It's because they slow the game down so much. Like Fiscus should be proactive. Banker is on the ox base. No, it has to move. So yeah, Birthwell's neat, especially because he's got 5 stone and has the option to rebuy. Playing so slow. Okay, where did it start? It started here, and then it went here, and then it went here, and then it went here. Sorry. Flower field. Good job. Okay. Good job. That was really difficult, obviously. I could take 6 clay here. 6 clay would be really good for my manufacturer. I think though what I do is I take 4 reed. If I block anyone else from getting that reed action, it's much less likely that someone builds a room to try and grow ahead of me. So 4 reed is nice. Also, just manufacturer. Braid maker, there it is. So he can go on reedstone food and then build the reed maker, build the braid maker. Nice thing about what I can do is because getting wood at the end of the game is going to be challenging because of wood buyer. I'm going to fill up my farm so well that if I don't fence much or optimally, I'm not too concerned about it. I have backyard well. I have 2 more plows potentially. I have, I can get a lot of points from my crops and from major improvements if I, for example, build all the guilds with manufacture. That's an option. Kina plays Stone Sculptor. Yeah, so he just drafted a whole bunch of like high point ceiling cards. I think I take the sheep here to feed 4. And I get another stable. Fiscus also wants to reno for his farm steward, so I really don't understand the braid maker play there. He might jump my family growth, yeah, but okay. Then why did he play braid maker? I don't understand at all. But whatever, I don't really care. I want to see Benson Reno major here, but he went for 1 grain instead. Okay, so he's probably going to sow with his last action. I think that's what we're going to see. Fiscus plays clear cutting. Yeah, so start player. And then he's going to reno and build. I guess he might build the pottery. He could build a fireplace or anything. He could build anything really. He could build a clay oven if he wants to. With Writing Maniac, he kind of has to play it, or he's losing out on an action. Lose out on the action, or it's 2 food for nothing. I don't think it's worth anything to him, because with my 4 read action and the fact that he is going to spend his 1 read that he has on Reno, like, you're not getting anything. But whatever, it's not a big deal. So there's going to be a couple boar available next round. Do I want more boar? I don't know. But Kinnock gets a 6 wood action, which is really annoying, because I think he's already in a really strong spot, and my family growth is just coming later and later and later, which sucks. I need to start getting my occupations out. So Tanner, Surf, it's too late for them. But Seedmaster, Manufacturer, Boatswain, I should be able to play all of those. I just need to get the growth starting to happen quickly. Plays Crib. So late. Okay. The thing is, he has no support for Peanut Butter Factory. So he first picked it and then didn't take any help for it, and is now going to 1 grain action the rest of the way. So he's not gaining any efficiency on it. 3 wood and a food is a fine action. So I can occupation with my next action. I could occupation manufacturer. That would let me play all the guilds when I'm doing my family growth actions. Dr. Tisk says, hate that wood buyer card. Absolutely, all the buyers. You know what? And all our stats say the buyers are all terrible. They all decrease your chances of winning. And they really annoy your opponents. Lots of fencing, yeah. Kino's in a nice spot. Pretty sure I want to play an occupation here anyways, so that I can start playing like Artist Garden and Plow Feast. The question is it manufacturer? So Benson could jump me. What would my actions be next round? If I play manufacturer, my actions next round are Reno and then family growth, pottery or well or basket or pottery joinery or basket maker's workshop. Now I do I need to play Artist Garden? I don't need to, but it would be nice. And like what else? Plow Feast could come on a family growth space. So do I need to play manufacturer? It would help me feed, I guess. But I do have sheep for feeding. I don't know. I'm not sure what the right sequence is here. I'm not getting animals if I do that. Like, I'm not going to be able to take cattle or boar. But, I mean, Kina has no way of eating those animals at the moment. Not that that's difficult to fix with all the clay on the board. Marskok says the reed one is playable in some combinations as it usually deters the others from growing. Yes, yeah, absolutely. That's part of why that card is so annoying, is because the people that have ways of getting around it usually end up winning. Like, if someone has a way of getting around that card, they can, they usually will be the ones to win. Look at look at Fiscus. He did a Reedstone food action just so he can start player Basket Maker's Workshop next round. Isn't that great play? It's great play. I love it. I love it. I don't really love it. I think it's really bad play. Benson plays pottery. Okay, whatever. And then Fiscus is going to build a Basket Maker's Workshop, which means I can only play joinery with manufacturer, but that's fine. That's fine. I mean, if it was me, I would be building like stone oven or clay oven. Like he has a perfect clay oven set up here. Reno plus clay oven, but instead he needs to play pottery. That's fine. Oh wow, Fiscus is playing an oh no, that's the occupation from his free card. Oh, he took sheep. Okay. I don't. I mean, I don't understand, but that's. I don't. Yeah. Okay. That's something. Alright, let's play. Pay for all. Oh, okay, so 4 and 1. And then how do I pay for this? Probably just 2 reed. Keep the stone for Backyard Well and Schnapps Distillery. Yeah. Benson plays Baker's Oven. Okay, that's why he's doing that. Because he had some other oven. Okay, that's more forgivable then. So he did draft Baker's Oven. So he returned the whatever that reed oven, wherever it is. Paper oven. And family growth here. And I will play joinery. Don't need to play any of my miners yet. If I can avoid playing Plow Feast, that's probably a good idea, because Plow Feast at this point is just going to help one of my opponents to grow. So I can feed a reed and a sheep. So in round 12, I will last action probably Backyard Well. I do need to get my Boatswain out. I have to do that. Probably I have to play it in round 12, because if I wait any longer, there's a chance I could get locked out of it. I need to get one more plow action as well. Yeah, with me growing so late, I just don't have the actions to do my Seedmaster Schnapps Distillery play. Just everything's coming too late. Oh, can please turn on. Benson plays Crop Rotator. I mean, he only has one vegetable, but it's fine. I mean, it's fine. I would have played it next round. Like, playing it this round makes no sense, but yeah, no kidding. Not now. Maybe he's listening to the stream. It's possible. It's not likely, no. I don't think anyone does that, but oh man, the game's taking forever. Forever. My one action was 3 minutes. That was the one where we were all trying to tell Fiscus, no, you're not allowed to leave it there. And he was like, no, I moved it there, guys. And it's like, no, you didn't. Freaking liar. Honesty is good. Like, okay, look at all the work he put in to get a planted grain field. And then he's going to proceed to eat all the grain. Good job. F off. Plowso round 12. That is irritating. So that might mean that I'm obligated to play Plow Feast. Yeah, I know as soon as I play Boston, fishing is going to get grabbed by Benson because he wants to force people onto the traveling player space. I Am Concept says, any reason you didn't play in the latest Maple League season? I kind of talked about this in another video. I just got frustrated. Like, it was too slow. Playing asynchronously was too slow. And I was checking, like, multiple times an hour, and when I have to wait more than 24 hours for someone else to take a move when I'm being that active, it was really irritating. So yeah, that's why. If I play Boston here and fishing doesn't get taken, I will consider playing Plow Feast. Yeah, it can be really, really slow. Yeah, and so it's just not fun. And the thing is, you lose track, like, it's a different kind of skill. It's a different game. You have to keep track of the what the actions are, what the state of the game is, like, really tightly. And it just took too long. I didn't enjoy that. I think I have to be greedy and play it this way. So I'm going to play Plow Feast. I need to eat a sheep to pay for a field and have fun the grain space. So Benson is so we're all doing it. That's fine. Not ideal, but that means I get an extra grain now when I go on the fishing space. What's Boston do again? It lets you go on fishing and when you do, put one grain on each of your planted, or each of your plowed fields. which is handy. So what do I have left to do? I want to get 4 stone, but I mean, I have to fish. I absolutely have to fish, because if I don't take it here, it's getting blocked. Oh man, I gave Kina. That was really nice of me to give Kina a field. Oh well. That was really nice of me. Fiscus takes all that food, of course, to take another green. Yeah, see, this is like peanut butter factory. It's gonna end up being worth a little bit just because of how broken it is. He has no support for it, but it's gonna end up being just a little bit worthwhile. Man, I wish I had got that card. I'd be stomping this game. Let's go for an early Boatswain. Do it every round for the whole game. Then I could have drafted cards that need food. Alright, Kino, what are you doing? Let's go. Rebuilding the well. Okay, on Reno, I assume. So yeah, I want to do Reedstone food if I don't get the 4 stone. So do this first. So Boatswain does that. Whenever you go on fishing, 1 grain onto each of your empty fields, empty plowed fields. I am Concept says Benson's lucky Plasso flip because he probably has Benefactor. Yeah, he might. This would be like the latest Benefactor I've ever seen. But yeah, and I guess he has Hill Bandit to give him 1 extra grain, 1 extra clay, so he can still do still Reno. Oh, the stone went, unsurprisingly. There's plow. So I get family growth. So that's pretty good. More actions, more people are good. I could start player here. I could start player to get myself plow sow next round. And I know that Benson well. But you know what? I have ways around it. I have turnip fields, so I'll let them do their silly stuff. And just try to get as many points as I can the rest of the way. Oh wow, he went for the cattle. I thought for sure start player for plow sow. That's surprising. I guess we know he has the that card, crop rotator. But even so, like crop rotator doesn't let you sow. He needs another sow action. Who knows? Who knows what these guys are thinking? So I'll take 3 boar if they come back. I think I need the food. I'll eat 1 sheep and yeah. Yeah, looks like Backyard Well and Schnapps Distillery are probably well, Schnapps Distillery definitely not. Backyard Well is probably not going to be worth playing. Backyard Well might be worth it still. Because, yeah, Reedstone food is worth a whole bunch for me. It's like 4 food plus the action. So here's start player from Kinau. Let's eat a sheep to make room for the boar. Yeah, if Kinna has like heavy plow, I'll be pretty irritated, but he doesn't have any woods. There's no way he has heavy plow. And Benson plays crop rotator, fine, yeah. So I want to take a vegetable. I want to take a vegetable because then I have 5 goods, and then when I play turnip field, I can fill up my farm. Yeah, there's nothing else I particularly need, I don't think. So vegetable is fine. I do need to feed 9, but that's fine. I can eat a boar and breed it back. That's fine. So question for me, do I do something like 3 stone over reedstone food? 3 stone gets me... What? Crop rotator doesn't let you... Oh, Benson, okay, he did a manual, so I was going to say. Alright. That makes more sense. Yeah, 3 stone doesn't get me the resources. Yeah, okay, it's gone, so it's not an option anyways. Cannot plays Reno cooking hearth, I assume. A little surprised. I guess he needs to be able to feed with it. So this is 4 food plus the ability to play backyard well, which is a 3-point card. Can I do better than that? I'm not sure, but we'll do this for now. Feed 9, breed. Woodbuyer's so annoying. Pretty sure Woodbuyer is making sure that Kinnaw wins. Because it's just denying points from everyone who... Like, I don't think Benson has enough. Not on 3 family members. Not on three family members on a clay house. He doesn't have enough to do everything he needs to do. I could sow bake here, but why would I do that? I would do that to block other people from sow bake. I could plow a field. What's plowing a field worth? Not too much. Yeah, I mean, turnip field's the way to go here, right? So I should be doing good actions. I'm a little afraid of doing major minor here, because if I do major minor anything other than turnip field, there's a chance that I get blocked on the rebound. Let's do, you know what, let's plow a field. Pretty sure these guys... Yeah, harvester is in play. Yeah, I played it early in the game. So I'll do turnip field on my second go round. This is Reno plus trees for the citizens. Okay, good. Good Good. That must have been his first pick. Trees for the Citizens. I would have, because I definitely would have taken it with Manufacturer in hand. Because Joinery is generally very, it's like not really worth playing. I wonder if Kinna will go on So Bake and bake his 1 grain just to deny me the Harvester points. He could do that. And actually, if he did that, I would be very happy because it would be a wasted move for him. Because he wouldn't actually deny me any points. Because I don't want to go on So Bake. I want to play Turnip Field. It's worth more. So the question is, do I want to let other players go on So Bake? This is a little risky. This is risky, but I think it'll come back. I'm going to play Backyard Well here. 3. This is quite risky. Fiscus wants Stone Oven. Does he? I'm not sure about that. Certainly the resources show that, but he's not getting on Reno or Major Minor, so doesn't seem like it's happening to me. And So Bake might come back. Well, I was rewarded for my greediness either way, because I'm either getting I'm getting Start Player Minor or So Bake. So that's fine. I lose out on 1 point from Turnip Field, but I get to do that. So I'm gonna have 4 extra grain in my supply. So this is a case where Seedmaster is worth something, because I can turn those grain into vegetables and eat them more efficiently than eating them raw. The other thing I can do is I can turn some of those grain into vegetables, which are worth points. So I think in all likelihood playing Seedmaster is going to be worth something. I have a reed which I can eat. I have 2 boar which I can eat, which is 9 food. So then if I only need to get a little bit more stuff, I only need a little bit more to so if I play Seedmaster, I'll need 11 food, and then the conversion should pay for themselves as far as I can tell. Barnmaster, build 1 stable in each of your things that cannot contain any more animals than it does. Well, that's cool. It's a 2 stable card. Yeah, let's do this. Play Seedmaster here. I can eat a cattle, or eat a boar, sorry, to pay for it. So yeah, it's going to be 2 points plus it's neutral on food. Yeah. Because I can do 2 grain to 2. Oh, actually, no, it's not neutral on food. It's -2 food for 2 points. So maybe I should have taken Reed and Traveling Players instead. I'm not sure. What I do think, though, is that this is probably worth going to TP. So I eat 8 food, or it's not even that much that I need. I only need 6 food, RO for food 10 and plus like that. I get 4 bonus points altogether. And I score 42. So Benson scores 43, Kinnaw wins at 45. Yep. Wood buyer guaranteed Kinnaw's victory. Good job. Yeah, I have so many points in my hand. Like, look at all these points I have here. Oh, man. Turnip Field, Artist Garden, Schnapps Distillery. I wonder if Schnapps Distillery would have been worth more if I'm getting the same sequence of actions, but I swap out Backyard Well for Schnapps Distillery, if I can get something. They're talking about banker. What we should be talking about is how wood buyer guaranteed Kinnaw was going to win. So I have a minus from 1 space plus a minus from cattle. And oh, and pastures, of course, because I didn't build a single pasture. Yeah. Everything was just too late for me. Just too late. Like, I got my plays, my actions were all pretty good. I just didn't have enough of them. I needed more. Needed more moves, more moves, more moves. Needed more moves. Oh, and he gets 2 extra points from Milky Stool. So yeah, 47 to 43 and 42. Yeah, no surprise Fiscus was in last at 38. Like, oh man, he drafted Peanut Butter Factory. Ugh. Yeah. Did he end with no grain? He ended with 1 grain on his farm. Don't be so testy. That's funny. Yeah, Peanut Butter Factory would have been an automatic win for me. Yeah, because I wouldn't have needed to go for the cooking hearth, right? I could have just played... I never seem to get it going in a timely manner. Yeah, because you don't have any grain source. This is what people don't understand about crops. They accumulate so slowly. One sown grain, if you're going to bake the grain that you harvest back, is no good. No good. Yeah, so what these guys are not understanding getting one grain is not worth it for Peanut Butter Factory. What you need is you need to be getting 2 or more grain at once, because then you can afford to sow one and bake the other. Because you need to keep increasing the amount of grain that you have all game. And yeah, he was like, "Oh, bee statue." Yeah, no, that's not anything. That's bee statue is only. It's not even any better than the 1 green space. Unless you have other reasons to go on day labor. Because the 2 food cancels out the 2 clay, basically. No, it's not really. It's not better than none. It's really not. How much did it gave him 2 grain that were useful and 1 grain that was useless? Like traveling players is not. Street musician is not good. It's not good at all. Yeah. So Kinna, let's look at what Kinna drafts. He drafts Patroness, which is one of the strongest occupations in the set. He drafts Stone Sculptor, which is fantastic. Milking Stool, which is fantastic. Petting Zoo, which I was considering taking Petting Zoo really early, and for some reason it got all the way back to him. Three, 2, 6, 0, 4, 2. I mean, I'm just annoyed because Benson did a strategy that was like never going to lead to a victory, and I think Kinna benefited a lot from it. So yeah, Boatswain, top card by power and draft position. So Manufacturer quite a bit worse than Benefactor, but of course Benefactor and Boatswain are antithetical to each other. Is that the right use of that word? They don't go together. Harvester, yeah. So I took Seedmaster here. All these cards were pretty meh. I mean, Bargain Hunter would have actually been good for me in this game, which is ridiculous, because I could have used it to play Artist Garden and Backyard Well, and I don't know if I would have had time to, but yeah, Bargain Hunter would have actually been worth something in this game. But I mean, Seedmaster was worth something as well. Stable Deliveryman, yep. Tanner, yep. Like Woodbuyer, power less than 1. It's not good. Not good. Turnip Field. Easy pick. Backyard Well. So yeah, Backyard Well drafted a little bit behind Petting Zoo, but much better power. I think because the points, it's a guaranteed, if you play it, it's a guaranteed 3 points, whereas Petting Zoo is only 3 points if you fulfill all the conditions for it. But yeah, that Petting Zoo got all the way around is ridiculous. So it means, yeah, he took Bee Statue out of that pile instead of Petting Zoo. Yeah, that's something. Artist Garden, easy pick. So I took Shop's Distillery here. I mean, Shop's Distillery power is less than 1. I'm looking at Seed Cellar and Boatswain and saying, this is gonna give me the use. This is gonna let me use all that extra grain I'm generating. Hammock would have not been worth anything. Well, Hammock would have been worth something. I don't know I'm getting family growth even without room back. Yeah. But yeah, none of those would have really been much for me. Plow Feast. Sure. Plow Feast actually didn't make a difference. All this, me and Benson were the only players that were going to get the Harvester bonus anyways, so. Brushwood Roof, yeah. Millstone, yep. Well, I guess Peasant's Boutique over Millstone maybe, because then I could have rebought the Basket Maker's Workshop, used my 1 stone that way. Yeah. I'm going to look at Fiscus' draft. just so I can talk shit about it. Farm Steward, sure. Writing Maniac, absolutely. First two picks are good. Coal Investor, good start. Scapegrace here. Scapegrace is fine. Yeah. All the cards below Scapegrace are not really worth playing. Tanner, maybe, but the other cards definitely not. Oceanographer, with what he's drafted, I wouldn't have taken Oceanographer either. So yeah, I like Scapegrace here. Braidmaker, okay, it's the best card by power. Surf, I would have considered Surf, I guess. I guess he doesn't know all the cards that are in the draft, so it's probably fine. Braidmaker, yeah, Braidmaker is a good card. Just the actions didn't support it. And Master Brewer, I guess. None of them are getting played anyways. I would have drafted Bargain Hunter because Master Brewer is terrible, but then he takes Banker, sure. So yeah, first pick Peanut Butter Factory. I guess he's hoping to get some support for it. What I think is really just not good is, okay, this clear cutting pick is bad as well. So it's his minors. His minors were not good. Yeah. Peanut Butter Factory, fine, but then you've got no support for it. So, yeah, clear cutting is not that strong, especially because Hammock, and I would take Hammock Birthwell. I would take Probiotic Food over it. I would probably take Bonfire over clear cutting. Yeah. So Seal, he's thinking gonna play lots of occupations. I need clay for my Peanut Butter Factory. I get it. It's still worse than Plow Feast, Carpet, Straw. Seal just doesn't really do anything. Yeah, Carpet. Carpet is a really good card. Carpet with Benefactor. I was shocked that that combination didn't come out. So here, okay, so here's where he takes Beast Statue over Petting Zoo. You see no help for Peanut Butter Factory at all. Figures, okay, here's 2 grain. Problem is you need to go on day labor 4 times to get the 2 grain. So it's not as good as just taking grain. And then the fact that he doesn't take Peasant's Boutique with the other card in play is very, very, very silly. Very silly. Yeah. His draft is not terrible. It's just the couple minors that are weird. His occupations are totally fine. Yeah. Cannot just got good cards. I mean, I got some good cards too. I shouldn't say that I didn't. Boston is really nice. But unfortunately, my opponents drafted the cards that would have gone well with Boston. So, such is life. That's going to be all for me. Nathan and I are going to make a video today or tomorrow, so look out for that. The return of Farming with Friends. Not on a Friday though, because our schedules are different. But yeah. Thank you very much for watching, everyone in Twitch chat. I'm not going to play another game right now. It'll come later today. So, and if you're watching on YouTube, hope you've enjoyed this little video. And see you guys next time. Bye.